All right, so in this story time, we're jumping back to December of 2023. Now, if you watch my other story time, you know around this time I got pulled over. Actually, probably a month before this, I got pulled over with said person in that story time. This time around, the person in this story, we're not telling no names, so we're gonna call her. We're gonna call her. Fuck, we need a fake name. We need an alias. There again, I can only tell the story of how I see it. I can't, you know what I mean? And I don't really give a fuck. Honestly, I don't even talk to the people in this story time no more, nor do I care to. So let's just leave it at that. December of 2023, excuse me. Um, I was working. I had a job at a pizza place called Sabaros. If you know what Sabaros is, you know what it is. If not, it's just a regular pizza place. But I wasn't making good money. I'm just good at managing money. So I will say I was severely well off. Not well off, but I had my bread, you know what I mean? Um so I remember working all week. I remember I had to work this week. The week before this I worked a double. So I worked on one of my off days, and then I worked one of the days I worked morning and the night shift. I was so fucking tired that week. Then the next week I worked my full schedule and off late. It was probably like start over. I haven't even fucking started yet. I got home around like 11:30, maybe a little bit earlier. So I get home, I get dropped off. I'm tired as shit. Take my clothes off. I take a shower. Mind you, it's my weekend. So nigga, all I'm about to do on my weekend is chill, play the game, right? Because I don't get to play it much during the week. So I get home, 11:30 at night, take a shower and shit. By the time I get out of the shower and I touch the game, it's like 11:50, 11:56, damn near going on 12 basically, right? I think I was telling them to get on the game, right? Mind you, this person Simone, that's her name. This is what we're calling Simone, or the girl in the story. I hadn't talked to Simone since the getting pulled over video. So when that time frame happened, we hadn't talked. That person left. They did their own thing, left the city, whatever the case may be. Um, while I'm on the phone, I'm looking at Instagram and shit. A number pops up top of my phone. Bing. This is Simone, right? Now, mind you, me and Simone hadn't talked in a little minute. So I set my phone down instantly. I'm still on the phone, so I put it on speaker, but I set my phone down instantly. Grab the controller because we about to get in the game. I'm like, yo, Greg, Simone just texted me, da 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 da. He like, what? Greg wasn't too tapped into the lore of Simone yet, so he didn't really know much what to say. So after the Fortnite game, I'm like, or mid Fortnite game actually, I picked the phone up. Simone she like, hey, what you doing, right? I'm like, oh, nothing much. You know what I mean? Damn, it's been a minute since we talked. She's like, yeah, whatever the case may be, blase, 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 right? Skip a little bit forward into the conversation. I stopped texting, right? Mind you, I told y'all I was trying to get over this person. So I'm not really trying to keep connections with, you know, if that makes sense. Like I was in a state where like I felt like I didn't get the closure I wanted, and because of that, it was better to just move on from this person. So I'm not saying I was childish enough to where I think if I avoided her it would have helped, but I was trying to do that because that seemed like the best solution. So Simone texting me. She is under the influence, high, drunk, whatever the case may be. I'll leave it up to your imagination, right? I know Simone years now, so I can tell, even through text, I can tell. So when she texts me and she's like, I had asked like, damn, are you high? Blase, blase. She had told me, she was like, yeah, I'm both. I was drinking and smoking. So I'm like, oh damn, okay. Um, you know, I already knew that, you know what I mean, just in the text. So I'm like, oh, whatever the case may be. I was like, dang, you should probably rest, right? I set my phone down again. 10 minutes go by. So now it's like 12:30 maybe, a little bit later. Simone texted me. Bing! I want to see you. Now, I just told you I'm trying to get over this person. In my mind, the first solution I thought of was to lie to avoid this person because I deep down did not want to interact with this person in person because I haven't sorted out my feelings all the way. So I don't want to, you know what I mean? So when Simone texts me and she say that, I'm like, nah, I don't really, you know what I mean? So she like, what are you're at home? I'm like, yeah, I just got off. Like, I'm, you know what I mean? But I'm like, so she like, I want to see you. I'm here. Mind you, I'm not trying to put her on the spot, but she was being a little, again, she was under influence, but she was being really proactive. Like, I want to see you. I miss you so bad. Da 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 da. I want to see you. I want your handsome face. Da 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 da. All this little shit. Like, not begging. She wasn't begging. She was just like, I want to see you. What are you doing? I'll Uber you, right? Before that though, before the Uber part, I lied. I'm like, damn, I would, mind you, I just got paid 2 days before this. Maybe a day before this. I'm like, my card, something happened with like a transaction. I had to lock my card, so I don't really have the funds right now. This person knew I drove, right? So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna lie again. Double down on the lie. So basically give her no escape. So I'm like, also, my car's fucked up right now, so I can't drive. You don't gotta do much with a car lie. Niggas lie about their car every day. Shit, I'm just playing. Niggas lie about their car all the time. You don't gotta do much about a car lie. But I threw the car lie out, and then I'm like, my car fucked up. I would Uber, but I'm like, I have basically no money right now. Right? Thinking that was enough. Simone goes, I'll Uber you. And I'm like, okay. Now we're digging deep, right? Some context of where she's at. She's at a hotel. She's with her friends. I'm not putting on her friends' names out there again. Simone's just, all y'all need to know is Simone's at a hotel with her friends, and both the friends were out, right, of the hotel. I gave her a bunch of excuses because I didn't want to interact with this girl. I didn't want to go see her in person because I knew like I didn't have my feelings sorted out. So I'm like, the betterment of me should not go. So I text her, I lied about my car being locked and my car being fucked up. And she like, I'll Uber you, right? Mind you, my location is shared with this person and vice versa. I don't know why I never even check my location shit. Like, once I'm sharing it already, whatever, nigga. If you don't come kill me, do me some. Fuck. No, I'm trolling. But, so I never really checked my location. So she like, I got your location. I'll Uber you. So in my mind, I'm like, fuck it. The better idea, like my mind completely flipped, right? Again, I'm still, at the time, I'm still madly in love with this girl, but I was trying to get over her. So I'm like, fuck it, man. What I thought was smart. I'm like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sort out I'm gonna tell her what it is. Like, I'm gonna ask for some closure. I'm gonna this, that, and the third. I'm gonna tell her like, yeah, bro, I'm good. Yeah, I mean, what is it between us? What we got going on? Yeah, I mean, kind of get some answers and some closure. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna steal myself, steal my resolve, and I'm gonna go and I'm not gonna do nothing with this girl, right? Lying on my ass. So I'm like, fuck it, we'll do it. So she texts me. I'm like, here the location, because I didn't know she had your. She like, I already got your low. Boom. She like, damn, I just snatched my headphones out. Or my bad. She like, yeah, the Uber on the way. Can't wait for you to get my job. She not being thirsty. She under the influence. So she texted me like, can't wait to see you. I wish you were already here. Hurry up and get here. You know, little cute shit or whatever. Mind you, I'm still keeping my resolve. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be there soon. Just let me know when Uber outside. I had pajama pants on and the beaters I be wearing under my shirt. So I'm like, I threw on some sweats. I ain't go all out. I just threw on some sweats, throwing a jacket over the beater. And it was a little chilly, I lied. So I threw a shirt on over the beater and then a jacket. I don't know why y'all need that detail, but so fuck it. I go to look. This shit getting me giddy, bro. I feel like a kid again. Like, I love story times, bro. I love y'all. Bro. Let me get another kiss on y'all. Mwah. I'm nervous as fuck. Mind you, I'm not nervous because I'm about to see this girl. I'm nervous because I just steeled my resolve and I'm about to go in there and tell this girl something about herself and myself. So I get in there, Simone. Simone's like, let me know when you're done. I'm like, I'm in the lobby. What floor? She texts me the floor. I get in the elevator and shit. Mind you, I'm like, I hope it ain't no niggas in here or it ain't, you know what I mean? Because I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? I really just want to talk. I was really going to text her and just be like, come down to the lobby. But I remember she was under the influence. So I'm like, I don't really, you know, what if it's some niggas or something? Right? So boom, I get up there, knock on the room door. She, kid y'all not. I open the door. Simone jumps in my arms. Jumps, nigga, jump. And I caught her. The fuck? I'm a real ass nigga. I caught her ass like these. Fuck. Yo. I caught her at like these. Fuck you talking about? After opening the door, mind you, it's a hotel door, so you know you open them bitches, you gotta sling them a little bit, cause that bitch is heavy. So boom, I open the door. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? She let me in. I'm holding her and shit. She's like, it's just a hug though. She ain't like jump on me. But again, y'all gotta remember she is under the influence. My biggest fear with women, as a little side note, is being accused. I hate telling this on stream because I even now I got a fear in my heart that like somebody would get this clip and then one day use that fear against me and still try to lie. But my biggest fear is a girl lying that I did something to her and I never did, because at that point it's really her word versus yours, and 9 times out of 10 as a male you are gonna lose. It's a sad reality. So I don't like doing things with girls under influence. I don't give a fuck if you only smoked a little bit of weed. I'm not. No. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not even into the little playful joke and shit like, no, stop. I'm done. You said no, the cute little no, boy, stop. No, I don't. I'm gonna back up. I might fuck around and leave. No. Cause I heard no. I didn't hear the boy stop. Like, I don't know. I didn't hear that. I heard no. No, boy. Like, and that mean no, nigga. Cause nigga, that little shit could go against you. So, and I'm not trying to say this like all women are a problem. I know there's not, you know, there's a vast majority of women that don't do this shit, but I don't, hell no. So the reason I say that is because when I got in this hotel and I knew she was still under influence, she was sobering up a little bit. When I knew she was still under influence, I'm like, I'm gonna try my hardest not to, you know what I mean, with this girl. Not because I think she'll accuse me of that, but just because I feel like I'm taking advantage of her. So, them two TVs, big as shit in the, boom, they got bad bitch music playing on, and I ain't talking like Hoochie Mama shake ass on top of cars. I'm talking about Janae Aiko, Summer Walker type tunes. I'm like, damn, I walked into this bitch, the mood right, mind you. Still trying to keep my peace in my mind so I can, right? You with me? Stay with me. I'm like, damn, I tell her, I'm like, this is a nice ass room, like big ass TVs, curtains, bitch. She like, I know, whatever the case may be. We having regular conversation. We go to her bed that she's at. Boom, I sit at I don't sit at the edge. I sit on the side, but on the edge of the side. So like the bed, the top of the bed, picture the top of the bed. Yeah, basically the top of the bed up here. This is the side of the bed. Y'all her on the other side, right? I come like these. I'm like, so then I kind of like lean my elbow on the bed, but like she up here where y'all like looking at you. I'm like, yeah, so you know how you been? Yeah, you know what I mean, cause I'm not. She like my best friends. They downstairs. I don't know if they but I scoot up there, but we ain't really. I think I was holding her hand. I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember every single detail. I think I was holding her hand, right? I think, you know, I kind of get it to the real shit. I'm like, so what about us? Like, I can't remember what I said exactly, but it was on the line, along the lines of that. Like, and I was like, I just feel like, you know, the way your life going, you're gonna be a successful woman. And I'm like, and I get that, and I have a lot of love for you. I still love you to this exact moment. But I'm like, I don't think it's right. We're getting older. I don't think it's right for us to lead each other on, and how we ended last time wasn't good. I didn't tell this part of story time in my I got pulled over video, but I'm like, yeah, how we ended last time wasn't really good, and it didn't explain much. And I just think, you know, we owe it to each other to kind of be honest. And so now I'm just saying the gist of things. I don't know word for word, and if I did, I probably wouldn't say everything, but I look up and she's crying. Mind you, we're holding hands. Like, I'm wiping her tears and shit. She crying, but I'm like, that shit almost made me cry too, cause we're not adults at this time, 2023. So that mean that was 3 years ago. I was 19. I want us to be honest and open and get this shit straight, because you know, at this age, it's gonna be a lot of beautiful women and a lot of handsome men around us in our life, and you know, I don't want us to think, oh well, I owe something to him back home, or I owe something to her back these ways. I don't want us to think that, but I also want us to know, because at the time I felt like I was getting pulled along, and I'm sure she probably felt like, you know, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Deep down inside, as much as I love this girl, loved this girl, Simone, the me now knows, and a part of me even back then knew I wasn't gonna end up with this girl. And as much as I hoped for it, the reason I say that is because I wasn't the guy she thought she was gonna be with. And if it don't matter how much you love a person, this sucks to say, but it don't matter how much you love a person, if that person don't got the same feelings or more towards you, it won't work. You can tell a person you love them, and they can tell you they love you back and really mean it, but your love and they love aren't always the same thing. And despite how she would tell me how she feel and shit, I just, I know in her mind, I never was the guy she planned to be with ever. And it sucked thinking about it then. It sucked when I was trying to get over her. It sucked when I needed closure. It sucked in 2024 when I was down on my ass and low. But, you know what I mean? It's the reality of shit. So, I knew deep down this girl didn't see herself with me like how I saw herself with me, or how I saw myself with her. So, for me to go to this hotel and try to talk to her, it's not a fact of me trying to do something with her. I'm really trying to get answers and trying to figure out, because we're growing up, we're adults now, young adults. So while she crying and shit, I'm wiping her tears. The last thing I say, y'all, I told her, I said, my intention is never to feel like I'm burdening you. I want you to find love. I want you to move on, and you know what I mean. But I just want us to be straight with each other. And I was like, I want you to be honest with me. Looked her in her eyes. I'm finna do it just like I did her. Nigga, I had dreads in my face then, but I'm pulling my dreads back for it. Looked her in her eye. I said, if you have a situation going on back, I ain't gonna give her, you know what I mean? I said, if you have a situation, somebody you're seeing, anything like that, whatever the case may be, even small, I said, I'll leave you alone, you'll leave me alone, and it'll be that. I just want you to be honest. Y'all, I kid y'all not. Here's her response. Dead response, by the way. I would never lie to you. I promise. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. I'm like, I would never lie to you, I promise. I'm not fucking with nobody. I'm not seeing anybody. Nothing like that. Right? Now, I still, again, y'all gotta remember, she's under the influence. That. So I'm like, I hear, boom, we hug, right? I'm like, okay. That didn't really give me the okay to, you know what I mean? But like, I took that. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna kind of give her a second, see where we go from there, right? That was my thought process. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give her a second. She just said that, finish, wiping her tears, whatever case may be, give her a little minute, and then we'll keep going. Simone starts kissing on my neck, right? At the end of the day, bro, I gotta remember, I am a dude. That doesn't mean I'm just thinking with my private parts. It just means sometimes under temptations, at the end of the day, nigga, I am just as human as the next. Sometimes under temptations, I do fold. So, I'm hugging on her and shit. She kisses on my neck, right? So I kind of move. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah. Young me obviously took that as, I don't know if I took that as like, okay, maybe we're back talking again, or maybe I don't know. I guess I took that like that at the time. So when she said that, I'm like, oh, like, let's go. Cause I told you I'm still in love with this girl. So boom, I start kissing her back. I'm on the neck, yada yada yada. I'ma leave the rest out. Um, boom, her friends end up coming back up, so I had to leave. So she Ubered me back. Cool ass Uber driver, by the way. I basically talked to the nigga on the way back the whole time, but she was like, her friends came up tripping. One of her friends, she like, I'm trying to take a shower. I don't really feel comfortable with a dude in here. Mind you, I took that respect. I don't blame it. You shouldn't feel comfortable taking it. It's straight girls in here. So when she come, I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, I'll just leave. She like, you sure? Simone like, you sure? Like, I don't know why she. I'm like, no, it's cool. Like, just give me the. You know what I mean? She got me the Uber. Boom, she walked me to the door. I'm like, I don't want you to walk me down there. It's late. Mind y'all, I was there. I had got there at like 1:08, nigga. It's going on 2:08. So I was probably there for a little under an hour. Boom, I hug her and shit, whatever. I'm like, boom, mind you, she said she loved me first. I said it back. I'm still kind of sorting on my feelings, but I thought the initiation of her kissing me on my neck and shit was like, a sign like, okay, we, you know what I mean? So boom, I leave. I skipped all the explicit parts. I had left. Boom, she texted me. She like, I'm sorry that happened with her. Da 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 da. I'm like, it's fine. I'm just glad I got to see you. It's been a while. She like, let me know when you're home. I'm like, okay, cool. Got home, texted her. I said I'm home. She like, okay, good. I'm tired. I'm like, okay, me too. We both go to sleep, right? Before we went to sleep, she like, I want to see you sometime before I leave Vegas again. So I'm like, okay, Simone, we can do that. I'm like, just let me know when. I was like, now I don't gotta lie about not having money. So I'm like, I'll come see, or I'll, whatever case may be, just let me know. She like, okay. Boom, I go to sleep. Boom, now it's Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve go by. I'm not expecting to do nothing with her on this day, nor Christmas. So boom, 2 days go by. And then you ate her ass. No, Quan, what the fuck? What the fuck, Dub? The fuck going? What happens to your brain for you to just get to these conclusions? Back, it's the most she texted me back in a long time. So I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. I'm like, when can I see you? Like, when can we? She was like, she didn't even reply. Boom, the last message, my bad. I was finna give her ass a little leeway. Fuck that. So I ain't do shit. Now I'm like, okay. So I text her this day after Christmas. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? I know you leave soon. When can we? No response. Text her, get no response. Mind y'all, to give y'all context, the reason why I was saying this the most she had texted me, because the last time Simone had texted me before Christmas was way back in April on my birthday, texting me how she's proud of me and da 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 da. And I kind of told her, like, I don't feel like you. At that time, I was like, I don't feel like you are, and I don't really think like the majority of shit because you keep randomly ghosting me. I'm like, I don't think the majority of the shit you say you mean. She's like, you don't have to believe me, but just know that's how I feel, whatever the case may be. That was the last time I texted. She texted me on my birthday, told me happy birthday and shit. Told me she was proud of me and shit. Before that, though, the reason I told her I didn't, because she cut me off again. So before April, the last time I talked to her was when I got pulled over in the pulled over video. So that's months. Then April, boom, that's months all the way to December. Again, from April, I wasn't expecting. That's why I told you I was trying to get over it. Yeah, it took a couple months, nigga. This ain't no fucking Disney show. This ain't no reality movie show where you just wake up and you over the person you're in love with. No, that's not how it fucking works. So again, obviously, when she had texted me in December, that's why I was saying this is the most she actively texted me. So from the 22nd to the 26th, there was no text. Or my bad, from Christmas to the 20th. So a day went by, no text. 2 days go by, no text. So I'm not trying to call her out, but now it's getting close to the day she leaves. So I tried one more time, didn't happen. So my last text, I'm a little frustrated. I'll be honest, because I look, again, y'all know, I just told y'all, the whole point of me going to the hotel was to get closure. Whether it was closure in a good way or bad way. I just wanted us to understand what the fuck was going on between each other. So obviously, there wasn't a full words, but if you're gonna tell me you're not fucking with nobody and then you get to kissing on my neck and this, that, and the third, I'm gonna assume you clearly, I mean? Like, am I tripping? Like, somebody let me know. Am I tripping? But so to not get no text between that time, between Christmas and shit before you leave, I'm a little frustrated, right? I got her location. So I'm looking at her location one night, couple nights after we not texting. And she's 5 minutes away from my house. So I'm like, I gotta go text her. I'm like, I screenshot it. Mind you, the screenshot showed my low and her low. So she see how close she is. If she see nigga, she see. I'm like, I'm like, I said, oh, you da 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 da, be safe. She said, word for it. She said, you got my location? Question mark. I said, yeah. Dot dot dot. She said, then I'm safe. End the conversation. Completely forgot about us kicking it. Completely forgot about nigga. Even if I never wanted to kick it on the type. Like I'm not saying I just wanted to kick it to lay up or nothing. Even on the type tip, if it was on, I was gonna come hang wherever she wanted to hang, or even if it was on the type tip where I just stopped by. You know what I mean? Or she stopped by. We say hello, whatever, and then bounce. I'm not trying to, cause she didn't confirm nothing and I didn't confirm nothing. So obviously I'm not just assuming we're together or something, but I am, you know what I mean, assuming because you asked me, you said you wanted to see each other. Yeah, you were under the influence, but I mean, I would assume that's my problem, assuming and shit. So when she said that, I just said okay, cause I'm like, I don't. What else am I like? I was livid. I'm gonna keep it a bug, and I feel like if I kept texting her, I was gonna go off. So I'm like, you know what? I just said okay, set my phone down with some small hope in me that maybe she texts me and be like, "Oh, I'm here," or okay, I'm close. Let's see. Like small hope. I had small hope in me. Shit wasn't budging. Um, Shit wasn't budging, bro. So I'm like, fuck, man. Boom, day go by, and I just like going back to look at the messages. I had went back to look at the message, and it fucking pissed me off even more, even more. Now it's the day she leave. That's the day she leaves. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm finna go off on her, right? Let me see if I can find the messages. I can't. I doubt I can. Hold on. Oh, I found them. Okay, the other message. But the first thing I say to her, I said, that's my bad. I'm not saying this out of spite or anger, but I kind of expected this outcome. It kind of just seemed like we only ever see each other whenever you're either high or drunk. I don't really fuck with that. I can't really talk to you in that situation. I also don't fuck with the being lied to, because I would never lie to you, especially not to your face. But I won't elaborate on it. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. If not, then it's cool. It's all good. So I said it's all God, so I'm just glad I got to see you. You feel me? I didn't come to vent or nothing. So safety, Simone. That's all I got for real. Mind you, what I meant when I was saying that is because now, y'all, I don't know if y'all want to call it cheating, but when I'm fucking with somebody with the intention of dating, I'm not fucking with nobody else, right? The reason I had sent that message to her is because I don't know how, I forget the exact situation, but I was scrolling on Instagram, shit like that, and I'm putting nigga puzzles. It's like a fucking movie. All the puzzles just clicking in the spots. Long story short, found out she had a nigga, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just a couple days ago, you lied to me, right? The fuck? So that's why I tweaked on her. I didn't really tweak though. I still stayed composed, and that's where that message came from. Holy shit. That's where that message came from. I still stayed composed. I didn't tweak on her or nothing like that, and we was good. She texted me back. She said, mind y'all, she hadn't texted me back that whole time since she was out the day before or two, whatever the case may be. She texts me back. She go, I just woke up, been throwing my stomach up all day, but what are you talking about? Lying to you. I said I wasn't gonna elaborate, so it's fine, just let it be. She said, you got it. I said, why say it like that? I'm not trying to bicker or anything. I'm just saying. I mean, you leave tomorrow, literally. She said, nah, cause you slick just called me a liar. So like I said, you got it. I said, well, what the fuck? Now I'm pissed. I said, well, what the fuck? That's what you did, Simone. Like, been like this for a while now. So like, how the fuck am I supposed to think otherwise? She said it's because I said I haven't seen, she said it's because I haven't seen you since the hotel? Question mark. She said that's why I'm a liar. I said that's not why I called you a liar. My bad. I'm really reading. I said that's not why I called you a liar. We only see each other when you're either when you aren't sober, so you know how that shit go. I'm not talking about that. She said, I'm sober right now. I was sober 2 days ago. You act like you hit my phone on some, are you busy tonight? Which you didn't. Mind y'all. What did I just tell y'all? Like, I never even asked what do you want to do. I didn't ask, nigga. All I asked is, when can I see you? Which means, give me a day. I'll figure the rest of it out. All I ever asked 3 times throughout the span of those couple days was, when can I see you? Figure out when you're available. You're visiting your family. I'm not trying to take up that time. And that's what I get for being a fucking considerate nigga sometimes. So now I'm pissed. Here's my response, y'all. I said, shit, would it have made a difference? Same shit happened last time, and I text you, niggas don't get a response. I don't even text you about that. 98% of the time, I just text you to talk and make sure you're good. And even then, I can't get a response, Simone. She said, be real with yourself for a minute. What are you hoping to... This shit hurt me. When I was going through my fucked up phase back in 2024, before I started streaming, and when I was really trying to, you know what I mean? I was trying to make amends with everybody and get over everything. My bad. I'm not... Another disclosure. I'm not feeling away now. I don't care. This is just a story time. It's for the pure purpose of entertainment. But, so she like, be real with yourself for a minute. What are you hoping to get out of this? We get back cool. We talk every day, almost every day, whatever. Someone ends up catching feelings, or we both do. Mind you, you're in Las Vegas, and I'm literally, you know what I mean? That shit at the time, like, bro, that shit hurt, because it's like, damn, my nigga, that's what I came to talk to you about. Like, now that you sober and you got a little, you know what I mean, a little pistivity in you, you can just openly say whatever the fuck you want, right? Like, but when I wanted to talk to you without touchy-feely huggy and shit, nope, that shit wasn't possible? That's why it hurt, because it's like, bro, I was trying to be the responsible one, and I was trying to dead the shit. When you leave, and I gotta sort out my feelings anyways, that was the point. I was trying to dead the shit, like, to kind of, you know what I mean, let you be. That's the point. I didn't go to oh yeah, I think we can make. I never said nothing like that when we went. That's the whole point of me going. Even if I had to suffer on my own, I was gonna do that. Right? Which I did any fucking ways. Just longer because a nigga got led on. Again, I'm not spiting nobody. I'm not mad. I'm over the shit. I'm just saying that's the reality of it. Whether she see it a different way or not, nigga, that's how it happened. You know what I mean? So, when she said that, I'm like, who's someone? I said, you mean me, because if you catch feelings for me, I for sure can't tell. But besides that, I've been told you, if I couldn't be with you, that I'd still want us to be cool. Is that a problem? I said, it's not even about me catching feelings. I never lost feelings for you, but I'm not dumb enough to think it's going to work now. Shit didn't even work when you lived out here. So, I mean, I said, look, because she didn't text me back. I said, look, I told you if being friends or whatever the case may be is a burden, then that's all you had to say. And I would leave you be just like that. Whatever makes you happy, on God, I would do it. But it's all mixed fucking signals. Hold on, my bad. My hair blocking the damn message. I said, but it's all mixed signals. And whatever you want to call that shit at the hotel the other night, when you know you got a little situation going on, is foul. When all I asked was to see you again before you leave. That's it. I'm upping my shit, right? I'm talking my shit. What y'all think? I'm popping my shit? So I ain't gonna lie, she cracked me back with this one. Watch. She go, so that's it then. You're calling me a liar because I told you I was single with no attachments and you think I have attachments. I don't care what I post online. If I look you in your eyes and tell you something, I fucking mean this shit, drunk or not. So don't ever, mind you, still fucking lying. Being cool with you isn't a burden, but you do gotta understand my schedule ain't even close to the one I used to have. And yeah, I know I can. Oh, I don't even know why I'm explaining this shit to you for real. For real. Being cool with you is never a burden, but I know how I am. I cannot be friends with you without feeling some type of way towards you. I said, bro, I'm not pressing you. My bad, y'all. I said, bro, I'm not pressing you about anything, Simone. I have never even in the message you sent. Wait, what the fuck? I never have. Oh, I'm not pressing you. I never have. Even in the message I sent you earlier, I've never been mad at you. Fuck, I was mad. You could tell I was upset. I'm not even texting right. I was never mad at you for not being able to talk every day. I don't even get mad when we don't talk for months. I know about your schedule. I know all that. Whole time, none of that ever matters. All I ever said was I wanted to see you again before you left. It didn't happen, so I said it's fine, which I did. I was being a little petty, but I did say that. I said you can't be friends with me, and we can't be with each other. So say what needs to be done, because at that point, you know the only other option. The only other option, y'all, is to just cut each other off. Is that not? And again, holy shit, I just had a reality check. That's what she did. I'm fucking dumb. That's what she did. She didn't say it, but that's what she did. I'm fucking stupid. I'm thinking to myself like, oh, nigga, she did exactly what I said. Nigga, if we can't be friends because you think because you know you're gonna catch feelings for me, and we can't be together, the only other option would be to leave each other alone. And I literally gave her that ultimatum, and she fucking did. I'm so dumb. I didn't even think about that. My fault. What the fuck? I said, and these are the last messages between us. I said, I texted her back a couple hours later because she didn't text me. Or next day, actually, she had left. I texted her and she didn't text me back. Again, I just realized she cut me the fuck off. I should have took that as a sign. I said, look, I took the time to adapt. Took hella long. I said the time it took to adapt took hella long to be able to just be around you, let alone be friends. But regardless of how much I love you, I did it because if I'm not the person to make you happy, I want to be friends to see you happy in the end. This shit still hurt to do, being your friend in general. And I'm not trying to make you feel any type of way saying that. I said, but if it's really too much for you that we can't be friends, then you got to cut me off or block me or something. Or simply say leave you alone. And I promise, no matter how much it hurt, I'll do it. She said, let me think about it. And that was the last time we ever talked. Not only did I realize like she was fucking with somebody at that time, but a little later down the line, like early 2024, I was lurking on her shit. And she, mind you, I'm pretty sure I'm blocked, so this don't matter. But I was lurking on her shit. Found out about the little woo out the wham she had, and they had like a little date pop up, and the date that they hit, if you do the math, it dates back to way before, like they were already together way before I went to the hotel. That's why I said I helped somebody cheat. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the exact time dates. I'm just putting my estimates together. I'm gonna be honest. Regardless, even if it wasn't cheating, she had a little woo wop the wham. Simone had a little woo wop the wham. So, to act like, you know what I mean, and that's not a problem. I hope they prosper. I wish the best for them. But the story time is just a story time. But back then, my whole point of it was I didn't care that it was. I just feel like we were grown enough to kind of speak honest with each other and, you know, actually express our. Yeah, that's the story, bro. I helped a girl cheat, and by cheat I mean I was an accomplice. Real quotations around that, because I guess you can't call it. If they weren't together, then it's not cheating. If they were, then whatever. Nobody ever know who it was. Nobody ever cared who it was, and I don't even give a fuck. I hope they never break up, cause I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I jump into a relationship and I'm happy, bro, y'all might not get no more story times like this. Like no emotional or or talking stages or none of that. Y'all might not get shit like this no more. So um, I don't want home wrecking. I don't really give a fuck about nobody's situation like that. You know what I mean? Like, but as far as like my final take on that, that was a crazy time in my life. I'm not blaming Simone, but I do think she was a big factor of me spiraling in 2024. And the reason I say she was part of, because I went back to our messages when I was already at a low point in my life. So when I went back and looked at that shit, it kind of fucked me up even more. I was doing it to myself in reality, but I don't really think, like, situations like that. I was just talking to my niggas about this, but situations like that, I feel like as a young adult, you don't have to go through, but it is part of building your character. You know what I mean? I would never wish the type of, bro, because again, you'll never be able to control your emotions and your feelings. You'll never be able to control that shit. But I do think shit like that, like the shit I was going through and how I felt at the time, and I would never wish, I wouldn't wish that on my biggest enemy, nigga. I wouldn't wish that on the devil. And the reason I'm not belittling my problem, like, oh, I was just an adolescent boy and going through. No, I'm not belittling that shit, because my problems were big to me. What might seem small to you could be big to the next. So I will never, because I'll never belittle nobody else's problem. Niggas think when I was on my healing journey and shit in the middle of 2024, that shit was spontaneous. No, I was fucked up, and I had to talk with a lot of people. Not a lot of, I had to talk with people that wanted to listen. It was low, and it's not just that. It wasn't just that situation that was fucking me up. It was a plethora of things, and it's like, I said this before on stream, but when you got one bad thing going on and you stacking it and 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 stacking it, it just feel like, fuck, dog, like shit can't get better. But I promise you, it always can. It always will. Cause nigga, when you at the bottom, the only direction is up. Always. Never forget that shit. But yes, I was touching nature, nigga. I wasn't touching nature to get over a girl. I was touching nature to get back with. I didn't know who Mike was. I didn't know who I was. Never in my life. Never in my life have I ever not known who I was. There was never a time in my life where I was like, damn, who am I? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? There was never, never, ever, nigga. Shit, me for real. No. And there's, you know what though? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Not knowing yourself, I see it as a blessing. The reason I say that is because it just makes it an opportunity for you to find yourself. That's all it means. It just means you got more time to find yourself, honestly. And I didn't realize that at that time, but I was doing that for her. I was doing that for family and friends. Like, so when you lose a big factor in what drives you, you lose your direction. Like, I knew where I was going, and until I lost the person that was helping me go that way, so I was lost. Yeah, scariest part all led back to who the fuck am I? And when you don't know yourself, it fucks up. It fucks with a lot of other shit. It do. Because to do anything, you have to know who you are. You have to embrace the bad parts of you and the good parts of you. You have to. You have to embrace that shit. That goes for any situation. I know the bad parts. Nigga, a bad part of me right now is telling this story time about a girl that's happily in a relationship that if she knew I was talking about this shit, she wouldn't even listen to it. She would probably, if she knew it was about her, she would probably be mad. And that's a bad thing. But I love that part of me because it also interacts with the fact that I'm making content and it's something I want to do. So I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm not hurting nobody physically, emotionally, nothing like that. I'll never feel bad. They never do. I don't think I had this conversation with somebody. I don't think she hates me, nor does she feel a way about me anymore. It was more so just one other thing. We were young. Nigga, charge it to the game at that point. You know what I mean? We were young. She knew what she wanted deep down, and that's what it was. And at the time, in reality, I guess I didn't. So I could never hate her. I could never wish nothing bad on her. But I also don't think she thinks about the shit like I do, or she thought about the shit like I did. And I also don't think she even gave a fuck like I did. So, you know what I mean? You right on some parts. They never gave a fuck, but like that don't make her a bad person. Growing, bro. Real shit.